What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to run through where to find Supercorn on all of the available console maps. Now, first things first, Supercorn is going to be located in two POIs. The NDC checkpoint number 3 is usually going to have some Supercorn found in a Foot Locker you'll have to pay attention to. And then the Bob's Boars in Carl's Corn POI. There's going to be Supercorn here that is planted in a special container, and then Supercorn that can be found usually inside of that container in a Foot Locker, similar to the NDC Checkpoint 3. Now let's take a look at all of the available maps on console. First off, you've got the Navezgane map. Navezgane, of course, is the map that we are assuming will contain the 7 Days to Die story mode, or campaign, whatever you want to call it, once it finally gets here. And there's only going to be one spot in Navezgane to find a Supercorn. That's going to be a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn, located right almost dead center of the Navezgane map. On the 4K1 pre-gen, there's going to be 3 possible places. There's 2 Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn's location, and then 1 NDC checkpoint. As you see, we got Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn located in the forest right about here. We have got another Bob's Boars down here in the burnt forest. And then we've got an NDC Checkpoint 3 over in kind of the northwestern part of the burnt forest biome. On the pre-gen 4K2 map, there's only going to be 2 Supercorn locations. You've got both of those POIs, so starting off in the desert, you're going to have an NPC Checkpoint number 3, and then down in the snow biome, you're going to have a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. The 4K3 map is only going to have 2 locations as well. Starting off in the northwest, you're going to have Bob's Boars and Carl's Corns. And then a little bit further to the northeast, over in the desert, you're going to have an NDC checkpoint number 3. 4K4 map actually doesn't have Supercorn tagged at all. Now, I'm sure that there's Supercorn still on the map. However, it's not showing where the objectives would be. So you want to keep an eye out for those 2 various POIs. The 6K1 map has several locations throughout. Starting off in the very north, we've got a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn right there in the snow biome. Then coming over to the burnt forest, you've got an NDC checkpoint number 3 right here, and a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corns here. In the desert, you have got an NDC checkpoint number 3 right in that location, and then a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn over in this area to the southwest. The 6K2 map only has 3 possible spawns. Starting up here in the burnt forest up top, you've got a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. You've got an NDC checkpoint 3 directly south of it in the burnt forest. And then all the way down in the forest area, you've got a Bob's Boar and Carl's Corn location. The 6K3 location or map is also going to have 3 locations. Starting off in the burnt forest, you got Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. And then you've got 2 possible areas down in the snow biome. You've got a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn right here, and then an NDC checkpoint 3 over towards the western side. The 6K4 map has 4 possible locations, starting all the way up in the corner of the wastelands. You've got an NDC checkpoint 3. Just south center of the map in the desert, you've got another NDC checkpoint 3. Then in the burnt forest, you're going to have a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn, and then over in the forest area, a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn as well. Larger map means more spawns, of course, or potentially. So in the 8K1 map, we do have quite a few different locations. Let's go ahead and size this down just a little bit. Starting off up top in the desert, right here in this northeast location, there is an NDC checkpoint 3. Then again below that, there's a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. Now this one is a center forest map, and just to the eastern side of the forest, there is a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. You got 3 possible locations in the wasteland. You've got an NDC checkpoint 3 here, You've got a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corns right there, and then another Bob's Boars right in that location. Coming all the way over to the Burnt Forest area, you're going to have a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corns right here. Lots of Bob's Boars and Carl's Corns on this map. 8K2 has quite a few locations as well. Starting up top in the snow biome, there is an NDC Checkpoint 3. Coming into the center wastelands, we've got a Bob's Boars location here. We've got an NDC Checkpoint 3 right there, and a Bob's Boars here. Moving over to the east in the forest, we've got a Bob's Boars location there, and then all the way down in the Burnt Forest, yet another Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. Taking a look at the 8K3 map, starting up top here in the wastelands, we've got a Bob's Boars right there. And then we've got an NDC Checkpoint 3 right here. Now, over in the snow biome towards the western edge of the map, you got two possible locations. There's an NDC Checkpoint right there, and a Bob's Boars down in the southern area. Then in the desert, we've got two possible spawns. We've got a Bob's Boars location right here, and then further down, an NDC Checkpoint number 3. And last but not least, in the 8K4 map, starting in the forest, we've got an NDC Checkpoint 3. Into the Burnt Forest, we've got a Bob's Boars location. We got two possible desert places. We've got a Bob's Boars right there, and another Bob's Boars down more towards the central, and then two wasteland spawns. We've got an NDC Checkpoint 3 right here, and then a Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn right here. So that is all of the locations for Super Corn on consoles in 7 Days to Die. Hopefully this all helped you all out. If anyone wants anything else analyzed on these maps, by all means let me know in the comments below, and I will jump in and take a look at it. But that will do it for now. Thanks a ton for watching, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.